Yeah, just growing up skateboarding with all these guys. Like most of my friends all became pro skaters. We'd skate in contests and do all this stuff. And where I was from in San Francisco, where we would skate at Embarcadero during the early '90s, it became like the mecca of street skating. It's where all, like, you know, everyone was, all the new tricks were coming out of, videos, every magazine was going there, and like, you know, showcasing Embarcadero was like the place to be.
Right.
So I was just doing that for a long time, skating there, like basically grew up at this plaza, and all my friends are pro skaters, so I was like always just wanted to design. Like I was always like, companies I would skate for, I'd make certain things, I'd give them ideas and they'd make it and it'd always be like a good seller. So I was like, man, I could do something like this. You know what I mean?
Right. Entrepreneur.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah. So I came up with an idea for hardware, which was a special type of hardware to go on trucks to connect to the skateboard. The idea never really worked out. I mean, I worked on it for a long time, but during the time I came up with the name Diamond Supply Co. from Sade, Smooth Operator song.
Nice.
She says Diamond Life at the beginning of it. So
I was gonna ask you, why'd you come up with Diamond?
Yeah.
Nice, love that.
Yeah.
Music influence.
Yeah, so that's basically, before Diamond, that's just all I did. I just skateboarded. Grew up with my friends and just a street kid skateboarding.
What's the difference between the Bay Area and LA, and how did you transition with the move, and which do you prefer, LA or San Francisco?
San Francisco and LA seem like they're definitely different states. They're in different states, that's what it feels like. It's completely different, the people are different, the vibe's different. It's hard to say what I like better. I grew up in San Francisco, so obviously I love it there, but I mean, for me, LA just has a lot more opportunity. Like, if I was living in San Francisco, I would never have met you. Right. I would never meet a lot of people that that are here that help, you know, a lot of people that help push the brand, like celebrities, like all the pro skaters are here. It's just better for what I'm doing.
Right. I've been to the Bay a lot of times, and I definitely think it's not the same.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Little New York.
It is.
And it rains up there.
It's like
more
Brooklyn or
something.
something.
It rains up there more and stuff. How much do you think hip hop has influenced Diamond Supply, and recently and in the past?
Hip hop has definitely influenced Diamond Supply since the start. I've always been into hip hop. It's a lot of different music though that influences it. From punk rock in my early days of skateboarding, that's what all the skaters listened to, that's just what I got into. And then obviously the transition of punk rock into like gangster rap is what I really started listening to, like Eazy and all that shit, NWA, and it was kind of like aggressive, just like punk rock was, so it was kind of like, oh, this is cool, you know what I mean? And they're actually like talking about cool shit too, so it really influenced everything from skateboarding to clothes to, you know, even back then, that was another thing about growing up at Embarcadero, was me and all my friends, we were into hip hop, and this is like in the really early 90s, even late 80s, early 90s. People thought of skaters as like surfers or punkers, and no one was really into hip hop, but we were wearing like what was cool in hip hop those days. Like we were skating wearing polo and Nautica and Tommy Hilfiger and all that shit back then, and like other skaters from like Southern California or anywhere were like, this is weird, like who are these kids? Like these little hoodlums on skateboards is what they thought we were. We weren't like the typical skaters of the time.